no, she looks guilty as hell. And then I'm looking at it and I'm saying, did you really say that? Mm-hmm. Did you really say that Caitlin Clark should think of Heavenly Stars, that she wouldn't be worth anything if she wasn't playing in the WNBA? Did you really say? See, all of these things that Nafisha Collier brought up.
The WNBA battled for attention for 27 years. At last, they have a celebrity drawing truckloads of money and millions of viewers. The league office is acting out, of course. Something crazy was just revealed by Stephen A. Smith. It's possible that the commissioner is attempting to ruin her own good fortune. This is no longer about basketball. This has to do with corporate envy and ego control.
Hey, Caitlin! Can you make it from there? Hey, Caitlin, how about from here?
Come on, guys.
Yeah, she can't make it from there. No chance.
Caitlin, from me, don't let.
You got it. I'm not even gonna ask.
Hey, Caitlin, from here might be impressive. Am I right?
Whatever, Che.
So right here.
From there!
Is this the most blatant example of self-sabotage in sports history, or has the WNBA leadership gone entirely insane? Leave a comment with your ideas. Since this circumstance is so bizarre, let's examine what actually transpired. A new commercial with Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever star began to circulate. That's nothing out of the ordinary, right? Incorrect. It seems that this advertising caused WNBA Commissioner Kathy Angelbert and the league administration as a whole to completely lose it. We're talking about meetings held behind closed doors, irate phone conversations, and what Stephen A. Smith refers to as pure rage from the top.
Let me clarify first, because it's proxy season, right? No CEO do you just put the base pay in there. You put their bonus, you put their stock options, you put everything. Caitlin has the ability to make up to $500,000 just in WNBA wages this year. So, of course, they're just looking at a base which is collectively bargained. And actually, it's low. Because she's a number one pick, she'll make a little more than that. But she also has millions and millions of dollars of endorsements. She's actually, because she declared to become pro, her endorsements are higher in dollar value. She has a global platform now, not just a U.S. platform. So, she's going to do just fine, as will the top players in the league, as every league does. Also, there's comparisons to the men. Those men's leagues are 75 to 120 years old. We're tipping off our 28th season. I would say if you looked at them 28 seasons in, we're further ahead. But I realize we still have a lot of work to do, and it's all about the ecosystem.
Now take a moment to consider how outdated this is. Millions of people who might not otherwise watch women's basketball are introduced to your league by your biggest star's enormous national ad. Any capable sports organization would often respond with celebration. Celebrate with a press release, promote it on social media, and ride the wave all the way to the bank. Not the WNBA, though. They seem to react with hatred and rage. Stephen A. Smith essentially confirmed this rather than only speculating about it. Throughout the season, he has been among the most vocal supporters of Caitlin Clark, but his recent remarks have taken a much darker turn. He is now discussing more than simply judicial drama. He is revealing what he perceives to be underlying corruption in the league's leadership. SAS claims that the atmosphere emanating from WNBA headquarters isn't a celebration of their recent achievements. Because one player has grown to be more important than the entire organization, there is anxiety and jealousy.
Lisa Bluter was in the commercial, Travis Scott was in the commercial, Travis Kelce was in the commercial, Jason Kelce was in the commercial, like the podcast thing, which we're going to get.
Let's examine why this particular commercial created such mayhem. Caitlin Clark isn't portrayed as just another WNBA player in these high-profile commercials, whether they be for Wilson, Gatorade, or State Farm. She is portrayed as a single force and a cultural phenomenon. The production value has skyrocketed. She appears strong, self-reliant, and, most importantly, bigger than the WNBA itself to the league office.
Commercial. It was super hype, and they also launched the campaign From Anywhere, which is just perfect for Caitlin Clark. And obviously, fans have been waiting for a CC signature shoe for years. It feels like years at this point. She is now 2 seasons into the WNBA, and we've gotten the signature logo, and we've also gotten some merch, but that signature shoe is what everybody is on the edge of their seat for. And she recently went on New Heights once again to talk about her signature shoe, and she talked about the new technology that will be going into this.
This is amazing for fans. You want to watch basketball because it's thrilling. However, this means a total loss of control for CEOs such as Kathy Engelbert. You see, that image wasn't produced by the league. They have no control over the story and did not approve the creative direction. The commissioner recognizes a player who doesn't require the WNBA to thrive when she sees Clark in these sophisticated ads. Clark has her own kingdom, her own economy, and her own gravitational pull. This complete loss of leverage is the source of the anger that Stephen A. Smith frequently discusses. Professional sports leagues typically have control over their players since they depend on the league for visibility and compensation. Caitlin Clark has eschewed that conventional dynamic entirely. Everyone is aware that she earns more money off the court than on it. Because having financial independence equates to having power, and power unnerves people, particularly those accustomed to having authority. According to insiders, this specific commercial's timing really sparked things off. Throughout the season, the league has made a valiant effort to promote a shared narrative. Everyone is constantly reminded that there are other players involved. They want you to concentrate on the system itself, the other players, and the history. Then, in just 30 seconds, this commercial appears and completely destroys that messaging. It serves as a reminder to all viewers that interest in this league is genuinely being driven by someone other than the commissioner. The girl from Iowa is capable of draining shots from the logo. The leadership is truly embarrassed by the contrast between Clark's premium brand partnerships and the WNBA's antiquated, low-budget marketing initiatives. Because it highlights their shortcomings, that humiliation is turning into rage. The WNBA battled to become well-known for 27 years. Then one player walks up and does in a single season what they haven't been able to do for almost 30 years. That must hurt. Regarding this, Stephen A. Smith has been completely unrelenting. He has brought attention to the ridiculousness of a commissioner, who is purportedly an expert in business, behaving emotionally compromised because one player is receiving excessive attention. He contends that incompetence is being concealed by the anger. Every time Clark signs a huge contract or appears in a viral commercial, it serves as a reminder of all the things the WNBA has failed to accomplish over the years. Consider it from Kathy Angelbert's point of view. The commissioner is you. You are meant to be the business savvy who expands the league. Then State Farm, Wilson, and Gatorade all market your sport more effectively than you ever did. It's embarrassing. It reveals that you are not particularly skilled at what you do. Therefore, the reaction seems to be resentment and bitterness rather than learning from it and employing better marketing teams to match that energy. Additionally, SAS made the connection between locker room behavior and boardroom attitude. Why would rival players feel the need to respect the commissioner if she is rolling her eyes at Clark's financial success? The poisoning seeps down. It sends a message to everyone else that it's open season when leadership fails to safeguard their star and treats her accomplishment with animosity rather than pride. Some of the absurd hard fouls and cheap shots we've witnessed this season may be explained by this. We must comprehend this anger in light of WNBA history. A particular group with a particular mindset has been in charge of the league for many years. They see the WNBA as a cause, a movement, and a group effort to be respected and acknowledged. Next is Caitlin Clark, a symbol of materialism and individual celebrity. She doesn't conform to the norm. She upsets the well-established hierarchy. This disruption is expertly highlighted in the commercial. It depicts Clark as a lone force apart from the group. The WNBA leadership has spent decades attempting to persuade the public that the league itself is the product. They market the collective and the shield. However, Clark is marketed as an individual symbol by her brand partners. There is a great deal of tension because of this basic difference about what sells. The elderly guard feels degraded. They believe that because a girl from Iowa can film from any place and go viral, all the foundational work they performed is being overlooked. This is the same intensity that led to Clark's exclusion from the Olympic selection, as Stephen A. Smith noted. The old guard made that choice in order to convey a message and preserve hierarchy. You must wait for your turn. Make your payments. However, commercial brands don't give a damn about waiting your turn. They pay for relevance in the present moment. Internal instability is being caused by this gap between the fast-paced, merit-based world of advertising and the slow-moving, seniority-based league office. The commissioner is caught in the middle and is becoming irate with the new reality rather than adjusting to it. Since professional sports are ultimately meant to be a business, let's speak about the money. The outrage over Clark's commercial is a prime illustration of the corporate misconduct that Stephen A. Smith has accused the WNBA of on multiple occasions. When a player in a regular league, like the NBA or NFL, gets a big national advertisement, the commissioner rejoices. Why? Because it increases the enterprise's overall worth. It attracts casual gamers. It offers goods for sale. So why is the leadership of the WNBA upset? As they're not receiving recognition. The league appears cheap and unprofessional because Clark's off-court earnings are far higher than her on-court compensation. A public relations problem results when casual fans see Clark in multi-million-dollar advertising campaigns and learn that the WNBA pays her a base salary of about $76,000. It draws attention to the disparity in pay and the absence of income sharing. The commissioner is aware of this. She is aware that the public is reminded that the WNBA underpays its stars with each high-profile commercial shoot. It begs for examination. Why is the league so broke if this girl is generating so much attention and money, is one of the awkward questions that people start asking. Leadership becomes protective rather than improving the revenue model or appreciating the exposure. It seems that they would prefer Clark to be less well-known so they wouldn't have to deal with these difficult financial issues. Fighting over crumbs while Clark is making a whole new cake is an example of a scarcity mindset. Let's concentrate on Kathy Angelbert in particular. She was recruited in from Diote as a CEO type, someone who is reportedly skilled at growing a company and crunching figures. However, the Caitlin Clark phenomena has completely outwitted her. She has reacted awkwardly and frozenly to this new commercial period. Recall that during a broadcast appearance, this same commissioner found it difficult to respond to a straightforward query concerning racial toxicity. Her attempt at a corporate non-answer backfired miserably.